Now, okay, so, right, welcome to Pilates. We're starting standing today, and I'm just gonna get us to start with a bit of an awareness building exercise today. And it's work within a range of motion where you don't create pain for yourself. You wanna have your feet about shoulder distance apart to start this. And we're gonna be drawing a figure eight in front of our body with our thumb. Yeah. Now, once you get a sense of that, I want you to start building up. How big is that figure eight? Now, notice my legs are moving, my heel is lifting. You can go right up behind you. How big can you make this without discomfort? Right? If you're creating pain, make it smaller. Breathing. Now, that was the easy one. We're going to figure it out leading with our pinky. So you create, hang on, how do I do this? Down, there we go. So at one point in your figure eight, when you're doing it with your pinky, your palm faces away from your body, right? And there we go, I got it. So, right, and let me tell you, I was playing with this yesterday, and on my non-dominant hand, it took me an hour to figure it out. So if you can't figure it out right now, you might have picked your non-dominant hand to start with. Breathing. Now, let's go to the other hand. So we're going to start with the thumb because that's our more natural way of moving because we're used to moving from that index finger side of our hand. See if you can figure out the figure eight there in front of you. And then start to make it bigger. Let your heel lift as you turn away from it. Watch your hand the whole time. Remember, if you're causing pain, make this smaller. Okay, now that we figured out the thumb, let's see if we can figure out the pinky. Yeah. And part of the reason why the pinky is a little harder is because we don't use that tissue on the back of our shoulder as much, the back line of the arm. How big can you make this without causing yourself pain or discomfort? And if you have to keep it small today, that's okay. Play with it. All righty, let's come back to center. Line up your feet under your hips this time. So feet are, sit bone distance apart, which is about 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches. And all we're going to do from here is we're actually going to do a balancing exercise. I'm turning sideways. You don't have to. And what I want you to do is make sure you're not pushing your hips forward, flattening out that hip. You want to have a little softness in the front of the hip, a little bit of a crease. And all you're going to do is bring one knee forward. Now, if this is already making you work hard on the side that doesn't have the knee forward, just stay there. Or we can just lift that foot off the floor and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do the other side. So, right, make sure you're not gripping in the front of your hip. You're not pressing forward through it. Softness in the bum and thighs. Bring that other knee forward. Remember, you don't have to lift the foot unless it makes sense for you. And we're going to lift up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. The little wobbles through your ankle, totally normal. We want those. That's what helps us figure out how to balance when we're outside on the ice and snow. Yeah. So let's do this again. Make sure you're not gripping in the front of your hips. Bring one knee forward. Float your foot up if that makes sense for you. And a little wobble through the ankle. Now, if you get a big wobble through your hip, ideally you still have your toe on the floor. Oh, I'm not counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do the other side. So, right, soft through the front of the hip. Bring your knee forward. Float your foot up and hold for 10, 9, 8. Ideally, your hands aren't on you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Because if you hold like this, your core isn't working as efficiently. That's for the next time you did it. Do this exercise if you did it with your hands on your hips this time. Let's go to a little bit of standing imprint. All I want you to do is I want you to bend your knees, bring your hands to the front of your legs, straight line from your head to your tail, and then you're just going to inhale to imprint. Remember, that's just moving the low back and release. Inhale, imprint. Exhale, neutral. A little press of the hand into the leg will help you get that low back moving. And neutral. 2 more. Inhale, imprint. Exhale, neutral. Last one. Imprint and neutral. We're going to go on to our hands and knees for a little bit of cat stretch. So I'm just going to move my iPad to the other side of the room and adjust my lights a little bit. And we're going to be down on our hands and knees. Your hands are going to be shoulder distance apart. Your knees are sit bone distance apart again, right? Your shoulders are wider than your sit bones. Back of your head matches the back of your shoulders, a little tension in the abdominals. Now, right, you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, point your tail down at the floor, scoop your back up towards the ceiling, making a shape like a letter C in your spine. Take an inhale, hold this. Exhale, flatten back out again. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop your back round up towards the ceiling. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, flatten. Now, if this is bothering your wrists, come up onto your knuckles with your thumbs pointing away from your kneecaps. Take an inhale. Exhale, rounding tail to head. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, flatten back out again. One more here. Take an inhale. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, hold. And exhale, flatten. Now, before we move out of this position, I want you to tuck your toes under, and we're just going to stretch our feet a little bit. And I just want you to shift your weight back towards your heels and forward. Back towards your heels and forward. Breathing, because one of the things that happens as we age is that our feet get less mobile, and we want them to be mobile. And this is gentle. I'm not going to where I have pain. I'm just going, okay, that's a little bit of a stretch. It's kind of like pulling taffy. I'm going to go pull the taffy and release, keeping your heels pointing up at the ceiling. One more here. Shifting back and forward. Now, let's go on to our backs. Now, we're not going to have anything extra under our head because we're going to lift our bums right away. So, right, feet are within the width of the pelvis, right? Ideally in alignment with those sit bones. They are what ache when you ride a bicycle or sit on something outside in this cold weather. Backs in neutral, so right, ideally neck up, ribs down, low back up, tail down. And maybe, because we did that figure 8 game, maybe it's more closer to neutral than sometimes when we lay down, yeah? So let's take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into our feet and lift our butt up off the floor, rolling up onto our shoulder blades. Take an inhale, exhale, roll back down again. Now remember, if you have sciatica, don't do the roll, just do a lift. But before we do it again, we're gonna, just for a moment, grab a hold of our own butt. Yeah, now, all I want you to do from here is just push your feet into the floor. And notice how when you push your feet into the floor and then release, there's some engagement right at the back of the top of the leg. Now, are both sides engaging at the same time, or does one want to engage a little faster than the other, right? So the push of the feet in the floor is going to create that engagement. Yeah, now if we want to increase that engagement, push into the floor and then don't move your feet. Feel like you're trying to pull your feet away from your bum, your heels away from your bum. Feel how that increases that engagement. So that's part of lifting our butt off the floor. So we're not going to hold on to our bum anymore. We're going to see if we can find that engagement right where the thigh and the butt meets as we lift our butt off the floor. So you're going to take an inhale, exhale, press your feet into the floor, feel the tensioning in the back of the leg. And as you roll up, feel like you're pulling your heels away from your bum. Take an inhale and exhale, come back down again. Now, Part of the trick of this too is you don't let your knees get wider as you do the exercise. So take an inhale, exhale, push your feet in the floor. Can you feel that engagement as you lift up? Feel like you're trying to pull your heels away from your butt. Inhale, your knees are stacked over your ankles. And exhale, let's come back down again. We'll do that one more time. Take an inhale, exhale, press your feet into the floor as you lift. Feel like you're trying to pull your heels from your bum. Inhale. And as you come down, make sure those knees don't get wider apart. Now, if you like something under your head to help your neck and shoulders be in neutral, like a small folded up towel or maybe a garden kneeler, pop that under your head. We're going to bring our hands up in front of our chest and see if we can find neutral shoulder today. So straight arms, palms facing each other. And right, notice the curves of your spine, right? Ribs down, low back up, tailbone down. Now, all we're going to do from here is just reach the fingertips forward towards the ceiling. Feel how the shoulders come away from the floor and come back down again to where your collarbones feel nice and wide. Inhale forward. Exhale, collarbones are wide and you feel a bit of the pressure of the shoulder blade into the floor. Inhale forward. That's where we drive our cars. Come back. Ideally, this is where we drive our cars. Inhale forward and exhale back. Now we're going to keep the shoulders in that neutral position. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring your arms alongside your body, keeping your collarbones wide. If your hands went all the way to the floor, your shoulder went forward. Let's bring those hands right back up in front of your chest. Exhale, down alongside your body, keeping the collarbones wide. And inhale, up in front of your chest. One more here. Exhale, down alongside your body. Now, keep the arms hovering off the floor. We're going to a shoulder shrug. You're going to inhale, shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, shrug towards your heels. Inhale, up towards your ears. As you go down towards your heels, do you feel the mid-back muscles tensing a bit? Inhale up. Exhale down. If you're feeling that tensioning, fantastic. That's where our shoulder is in neutral. Inhale up. But if you tense across the top of the shoulder, you're going too far down and you're going past neutral. One more up and back to neutral. Let's just rest our arms on the floor. We're going to go to our head nods. So I want you to just sense the weight of the back of your head on whatever it's currently resting on. Keep it heavy as you gently nod your chin towards your chest and release back to neutral. Inhale, tiny nod. Exhale, release. Now remember with this nod, what we're working on is getting a little bit of stretch or pull in the back of the neck. And we create that by reaching the top of our head away from our shoulders and trying to keep the front of our throat quite open as we do the nod. So it's quite small. Inhale, nod. Exhale, release. One more, nod, and release. Let's go to our ab prep. So I want you to pop your hands behind your head. Now, I know lots of gym classes back in the 90s told us to drop our elbows sideways towards the floor all the way down. I don't want your elbows there. I want your elbows pointing up halfway between being straight sideways and narrow to your head. And that's where your shoulder is going to be in neutral. Now you're going to inhale, do that little nod we practiced a moment ago, and exhale, round through your rib cage to come forward and look at your knees. Inhale into your ribs, and then exhale back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. As you curl up, the part of your back below your shoulder blades gets heavier on the floor, but that low back is still light. It's not pushing into the floor. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. If you're not feeling the weight increase through the mid-back area into the floor, you're not rounding your back and you're looking for that. And let's go back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Keep your tail heavy though. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. One more here. Inhale, nod. Exhale, round up to look at your knees. Inhale into your back. And exhale back down again. Let's go onto our belly for a little bit of breaststroke prep. So breaststroke prep, we're basically doing the opposite body movement to what we just did. We're just going to be bending our rib cage backwards in space this time instead of forwards. You're going to have your hands beside your head. You're going to have your legs close together with your kneecaps pointing at the floor. You want a little bit of tensioning in your abdominal wall, right? Between your breastbone and your pubic bone. Oh, and speaking of breastbones, ideally you're resting on the center of it. Now, from here, you're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Find those mid back muscles. Now, use them to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Inhale, the back of the neck is still long, and exhale back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, reach out the top of the head, lifting up into extension, feeling some tensioning through that mid back. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, down. Let's do it on the 2 breath. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades as you lift. Exhale, down. Shoulder blades towards your heels as you lift. That's an inhale. Exhale, down. Just one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Did your belly button push into the floor? I hope not. Let's do breaststroke prep number 2. I want you to take your arms alongside your body, palms facing the ceiling. So have a little tensioning in the abdominals. Pressing the top of your foot into the floor will help with that. That's just a gentle pressure. Now you're going to inhale, turn your palms inwards to face your thighs, collarbones open wide to make that happen. Exhale, reach out the top of the head, lifting up into extension. Inhale. Exhale, release forward, palms face the ceiling. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale, reach out the top of the head and lifting up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Last arm position. Take your hands under your forehead. Belly buttons in. Now, from here, you're going to inhale, open your collarbones, and notice that makes your shoulder blades feel like they're going wide. And that's because your elbows are pointing sideways. Then you're going to exhale, use your back muscles to lift your head away from your hands. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. Inhale, open your collarbones wide. Exhale, lifting up into extension. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. 2 more. Inhale, slide. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. 1 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, down. 3 on the 2 breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one, up and down. Let's just press back into our shell stretch. So, right, if your knees are happy knees, you're going to sit back on your heels, round out your back, scoop your belly button in, elbows are bent. Little soft shift side to side here. Breathing. Now, right, if you don't have happy knees, lay on your back and hug your knees into your chest, holding behind your thighs. You can do this same little gentle rock there. We'll do 2 more breaths. And then it's time for the 100. So let's go onto our back. Now, right, if you're having low back pain these days, or you're having nerve issues down your legs, or I don't know, unhappy discs, keep your feet on the floor for this exercise. If your neck isn't happy with you these days, keep your head on the floor for this exercise, right? Ultimately, the 100 is about breath control and core control, and we're just trying to figure out how to breathe and not have our belly bounce up and down a lot as we do that breath. There will be activity in the belly, but it's not doing a big punch up towards the ceiling and back down again, right? 5 inhales, 5 exhales. I'm going to call it like everybody's lifting their head and their feet, though. So let's take a moment, go, am I in neutral, right? Do you feel weight in the back of the ribs? Do you feel weight in the tailbone? Does the low back feel light against the floor? You're going to take an inhale, Exhale, deepen your core work to draw the low back flatter to the floor. You're going to lift one leg at a time up to tabletop, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, nod, exhale, curl up to look at your knees and go in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10, sniff, 2, 3, 4, 5, blow, 2, 3, 4, 20, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 30. Now, if you want to make it harder, legs are straight, out, 2, 3, 4, 40, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 50, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 60, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 70, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Take an inhale. Exhale. If your legs are up, hug your knees into your chest, do a little rock there. If you didn't lift your feet because you have back issues, let's not hug your knees into your chest. Just have your feet on the floor and do a little knee rock there. It's just a little kinder to unhappy discs, particularly if you're having disc or nerve issues in your low back. Alrighty, we're coming off our backs. We're going to do a little bit of half roll back because it's nice to round out our back. So what I want you to do is I want you to have your legs bent. They're either right tight together or just an inch apart. You're going to bring your hands to the front of your shins and slide your hands down to your ankles. Now, from here, I just want you to take a breath or two because this is kind of a nice place to stretch out your back. Down. And then let's see if we can make the back rounder. Now, if the back of your neck is already bugging you, you've hung your head too low, and you want to lift the back of your head up so it matches the back of your shoulders. Don't dig it way down. Scoop your belly button in, push out through the back of the ribs, and lift your arms up so they're parallel to the floor. Now, shoulders will protract, which is that forward position, but they don't go up towards your ears to round out your back. Now, take an inhale. Exhale, rock back on your bum. And inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Now you're trying to keep the round shape in your back the whole time. So you're thinking pubic bone to belly button. Ideally, you're getting a bit of a stretch through your back and some work through the front of the body. It might be in your hips. It might be in your core. 2 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Last one, rocking back and forward. While we're up, let's just do a little bit of spine twist. So you can have straight legs for this exercise with them right tight together. You can have diamond legs or you can have cross legs. I'm just in cross legs because I'm up on a platform. Now, from here, we're going to start with our hands against our ribs, our belly buttons in, our shoulders are out of our ears. We're going to use 3 exhales to turn. Try not to move your pelvis. You're going to inhale to prepare and go exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center, other side, 2, 3, inhale, center. Now, maximum range to one side is 15 degrees. So if you're trying to go further than that, guess what? You're trying to go somewhere that's not anatomically possible if you're staying in neutral. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Ideally, you're feeling work in your waist and perhaps some stretch through that mid-back area. Now, let's just take our arms out so they're straight. Now, when my arms are straight, I want them just slightly in front of straight sideways, because see how when I go straight sideways, my shoulders pop forward? So when I wiggle my fingertips, I should be able to see them out of my peripheral vision. Same exercise. Reach tall at the top of the head, tighten your core, take an inhale to prepare, and go exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Now, the motivation for the movement comes from your waist still. Your arms are just going along for the ride. You're looking to that back hand. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, and center. One more. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Remember, it's only 15 degrees, folks. And center. We're going to go to a little bit of spine stretch forward while we're here. So, right, I want my legs straight for this, which is why I turned away from you. Feet are shoulder distance apart if your legs are straight, or you're going to be in diamond legs. But, right, anytime we're doing a sitting exercise, most important thing, we're not back here. We're right up on those sit bones. And if you're having a hard time with that, get yourself a yoga block. We're going to put our hands on the front of our legs, feel tall out the top of your head, open your collarbones wide, find the support in your core. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, start with your head, round forward, like you're trying to put the top of your forehead on your knees. Inhale, and exhale back up again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl forward. So you're not reaching for your feet, you're rounding your back. Inhale, exhale, back up again. And once again, our pelvis doesn't move much. Exhale as you round forward, sucking that belly button in and up to help your back round. Inhale. Exhale, back up again. Let's try it on the 2 breath. Exhale, go down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. One more here, down and up. Lift your arms parallel to the floor. Collarbones are wide when you're sitting up straight. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach forward over your feet. Inhale, stack your spine up. Exhale, scoop your belly button in. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Inhale, up. 2 more. Exhale, round. Inhale, up. 1 more. Reaching past your feet and coming up. Let's go onto our back so we can do some obliques. So, right when you go to do your obliques, you're going to pop your hands behind your head. If your low back's been bugging you, keep your feet on the floor. If you want to give yourself more challenge, you're going to imprint, lift those legs up to tabletop, hold them right tight together for the exercise. You're going to inhale, little nod. Exhale, round through that rib cage. Come up and look at your knees. Take an inhale there. Exhale, rotate your rib cage to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate it to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, back down to the floor. Inhale, nod. Exhale, rounding up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl through the rib cage. Now, when you rotate, look down the outside of your leg, then look down the outside of the other one, and back down again. Remember, we're trying not to move our pelvis. Exhale, curl forward, inhale. So if your knees are wavering side to side as you're doing your rotations, your pelvis is moving. 1 more, inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up, inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. Good, rest. Now, we're going to do a little core work, trying to be in neutral spine. So if you like something extra under your head to be in neutral, I want you to pop it under your head right now. I want you to find neutral. Now, if your shoulders are bugging you for this exercise today, I want your hands crossed on your chest so your arms can't help you balance. Or you can bring your arms up in front of you, straight arms, palms facing each other, right? So we want to feel that we have our low back curve. So pubic bone is reaching away from our belly button. Low back feels light, tail feels heavy, ribs feel heavy. Now, all we're going to do from here is take an inhale to prepare and exhale, slowly lift one leg up to tabletop. Inhale, hold it, and exhale, slowly take it back down again. Did your back stay in neutral? Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly up to tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, slowly back. Down again. 1 more of those. Collarbones are still wide. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, slowly down. We're going to add on. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lift. Take an inhale here. Now, exhale. Reach your legs straight without your ribs lifting. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach your legs straight. Now, it's harder the lower that leg is, but don't let the ribs lift as you exhale, straighten. So right above your belly button, staying heavy on the floor. 1 more here. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Place your foot down. We got to do the other side. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lift that leg to tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, take her down. Inhale, exhale, slowly lift. Back is still in neutral. And exhale, back, down again. One more of these. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale, back, down again. We're adding on. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach your legs straight. Inhale, bend. Are your collarbones still open? Or are you tightening your chest to try and control your back? Doesn't work that way. Exhale, reach the legs straight. Inhale, bend. Place your foot down, rest your arms down, and we'll just do a little bit of a rock of the knees side to side. Now we've got to make those hip flexors feel happier because, right, front of your leg, your hip flexors have done quite a bit of work there. So we're going to do a little bit of shoulder bridge. Shoulder bridge is an exercise where we lift our butt off the floor. So if you have something under your head, get rid of it. And this time when we lift our butt, we're going to keep our back straight. And remember earlier when you grabbed your butt and found the engagement in the back of your leg with the push of your foot in the floor, you still want to find that. And remember, if one side worked more efficiently than the other, that's the side you got to kind of go, hey, wake up. Now, all we're going to do from here, take an inhale, exhale, press your feet on the floor, feel how the back of the leg gets more active, pull your heel a little bit away from your bum, knees are a little closer together than what feels natural, and then take a sip of air, exhale, lift up till the front of your hip is flat. Inhale, and exhale, come back down again, get your pelvis heavy and your feet light. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet on the floor. Feel how the back of the leg gets more active and the pelvis gets lighter. Now, pull your heels away from your bum. Pull your knees just slightly closer together. And exhale, stack your knees over your toes. Inhale. Exhale, let's put it back down again. We're doing that 2 more times. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet on the floor. Feel how the pelvis gets lighter and the back of the leg gets more active. Pull your heels from your bum. Knees an inch closer together. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, come back down again. Now the knees never touch. We're just getting the inner thigh active. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet on the floor. Pelvis gets lighter. Pull your heels from your bum. Pull your knees an inch closer together. And exhale, lift higher. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. We're going to do an add-on at the top. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet on the floor. Pull your heels from your bum. Knees an inch closer together. Sip of air. Exhale, come up to the top. Now keep breathing. Press more into one foot. Release that. Push more into the other foot. Release. Try not to twist as you do this. Push more into one foot. Then the other foot. One more. One foot. Release. Other foot. Release. And come on down. We're just getting a little bit more bum activity. We're doing that one more time. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet on the floor. Pull your heels from your bum, knees an inch closer together. Sip of air. Exhale, come up to the top. And press one foot, then the other foot. Release in between. One foot, release. Other foot, release. Are you breathing? First foot, release. Second foot, release. And come on down. Your hamstrings are probably talking to you. Let's make them happier. Let's just come over onto our side and do a little side leg kick right now. So when we do our side leg kick, we're going to have our legs at a 45-degree angle to our torso, right? There's a straight line. There's my 45. Now, feet are flexed. Top hand can be down on the floor in front of you, fingertips only. Hand close to the body. You're going to lift your top leg up just hip height, then kick it forward twice. Going inhale, inhale, exhale, point your foot and pull it behind you. Forward, inhale, inhale. As you pull back, you might go, oh, there's my butt working. Good. In, exhale, reach back. Keep the belly pulled flat as you reach back. In, exhale, reach back. In, exhale, reach back. 2 more. In, and reach. Last one. In, and reach. We're going to do a little bit of side leg lift series here. So straight line from your head to your feet. hips are stacked, little tension in the core. So the body's not slack on the floor. There's just, right, the waist is gapping away from the floor. Now, you're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot, reach up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Now, this top leg that's moving, if you think about that knee pointing a little bit towards the floor as you go up and down, it'll help with core activation on this exercise. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, because of course our core is doing something. Inhale up, exhale down. We're going to our staggered leg. Pardon me. You're going to lift your top leg, lift your bottom leg to meet it, take it down. Now, if that hurt the outside of that bottom hip, drop the top leg lower forward and lift and lower that bottom leg. We're going to inhale, lift the top leg, exhale, squeeze your legs together and down. Up, squeeze your legs together and down. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze and down. Up, squeeze and down. One more. Up, squeeze and down. Double leg lift. Exhale, lift both. Inhale down. Two more of those. Exhale, lift both. Inhale down. One more. Lift and down. Let's do this on the other side. So right when you get to your other side, you can have your legs at a 45-degree angle to your torso. Little tension in the core so you're not completely slack in the side of your body that's laying on the floor. And you're going to lift your top leg up to hip height, kick it forward twice, going inhale, inhale. Exhale, point your foot and pull it behind you. And forward, inhale, inhale. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, reach back. In, and reach back. So as you go forward, you're going to feel a stretch on the back line of the leg. As you go back, you might feel a stretch in the front of the hip. In. As you go back, tighten in the core to help that stretch. In, and reach. One more. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, reach behind you. Now, straight line from your head to your feet. Make sure your hips are stacked so you're balanced on that bony thing on the outside of your thigh bone that doesn't feel great. That's neutral. Now, right, we're going to lift that top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Reach up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Inhale up, exhale down. Remember, keeping that knee pointed a little bit towards the floor will help with core engagement on this exercise. Inhale up, exhale down. One more, up and down. Staggered leg. Inhale, lift the top leg. Exhale, lift the bottom leg. Take it down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Now remember, if this hurts, get that top leg in front and just lower and lift the bottom leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze, and down. One more. Up, squeeze, and down. 3 double leg lifts. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. One more. Lift and down. Good. Rest. We're going to make those hips feel a little happier after all of that. Let's pop onto our back. If you like something extra under your head to help your neck and shoulders feel happier, help you find your neutral spine, pop it under your head. Step your feet to the width of your mat. And then all you're going to do is drop one knee into the middle, pick it up, drop your other knee into the middle, pick it up. Now we're going to try not to really roll the pelvis to do this. What we're looking for is just kind of like pulling taffy and releasing. Pelvis will roll slightly, but if we minimize that, we isolate it a little bit more through the hip joint. You can't fully, because everything's interconnected, right? You know, that song, knee bone's connected to the ankle bone. Yeah, one more to each side here. Now, let's come on to our tummy. And we're going to do a couple of exercises here. I want your hands under your forehead for the first one. And I want you rested on the middle of your breastbone, so don't get yourself all humped up in the middle there. Have your legs close together with your kneecaps pointing at the floor. And we're going to try and find the activation of your leg when you lift your leg backwards in space. So, right, collarbones are open, so we're not pushing those shoulders up into our ears. Now, you're just going to inhale, pull the pubic bone forward towards the floor, and you might notice tensioning right where your thigh and your butt meet. You're going to exhale, lift one leg up a little bit and feel how that tensioning where your thigh and your butt meet increases, and then we're going to come back down again. So it's not about lifting the leg high. You got to keep the front of the thigh on the floor still. Inhale, pull the pubic bone forward. Same leg, you're going to exhale, lift it, feel the tensioning where your thigh and your butt meet increases. And inhale there, exhale back down again. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, exhale, back down again. Now let's see how the other side works. Now it doesn't mean the rest of your butt cheek doesn't work, but we're really emphasizing thigh butt connection, your thut, yeah? So you're going to inhale, pull your pubic bone forward, shoulders out of your ears. Exhale, lift your other leg. Inhale, exhale, back down again. Inhale, pull the pubic bone forward. Exhale, reach. Feel the tensioning at the thut and back down again. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Good. Just rock your hips side to side. And then we're going to come back and try it on a 2 breath. So belly buttons in, shoulders out of your ears. You're going to inhale, pull that pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Same leg lifts and release. Now, as you lift, you feel the tensioning at the thut increase. Do you sense that? Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Let's try the other side. So pubic bone is forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. One more here. Lift and release. Good. Rock your hips side to side. Now we got one more fun little game while we're here. We're going to do our bigger back extension. So I want you to take your hands beside your head. You're going to open your legs to a V shape. You're going to see if you can find the muscles in your bum that pull your heels towards each other and your knees outwards. And for me, it just feels like I'm trying to squeeze my 2 butt cheeks right next to each other. Yeah. Now you're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades away from your ears. You're going to exhale, come up onto your elbows, and then extend your arms and use your bum to come higher. Inhale, hold it, and exhale back down again. Now your arms might not straighten all the way. That's okay. Not everybody's does. Mine don't. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, come up onto your elbows, and then extend your elbows and use your bum to come higher. Inhale, you're reaching out your toes, and exhale back down again. 2 more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up into that banana shape. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. 1 more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. Let's go into our shelf stretch for the last time today. Sitting back over your heels or laying on your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Remember, this is a round shape if you're up on your knees, yeah? We're not doing a flat shape. Little rock side to side through the hips will help release out all that tension we just put in our bum. Because, right, we want our tissue, our soft tissue, to be able to be stiff when we want it and soft when we want it. 1 more breath here. And I'm going to get you to just sit on up. And we're going to finish off with our side bending exercise called mermaid today. Your legs can either be crossed or diamond shaped. You could have your legs straight, but you want them wide because we're side bending and you don't want to tip over. You're going to bring your hands beside your body. Your collarbones are wide. Your core is engaged. You're going to inhale, reach one hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, side bend, reaching for the side wall. Inhale, up. Exhale, release your arm down. Inhale, lift. Start with your head. It's like you got water in your ears. Side bend. Keep both sit bones down. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. And exhale, release. Good. That's all the time I have today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll connect with you again soon.